as we are. So,
Ah!
all right, guys, have some fun. Let's do it. All right, intro.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for another episode of the Sunday Spin. This week and every week, the Sunday Spin is brought to you by our fine sponsors. That's Grooves Records in San Francisco, and of course, the brand new and improved What's Left Records in Colorado Springs. I'm Vinny G, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts and legends of the 64. First off, Nikki, very nice to have you back. We've missed you. We know you're busy. And of course, the host of Greno's Grooveyard on KCOS, the man that makes it happen, my best friend, Greno. Greno, how was your Sunday treating you?
Fantabulous. Still got good weather in Colorado. So, man, I'm excited for today's show. A couple of homies from way back. These fellas have been on before and a few times. And we're super excited to get caught up, right, gang? So without further ado,
Greno, right before we get started, really quick.
Yeah.
The record that you have over your shoulder, I don't want you to let the cat out of the bag yet, but what I'm throwing out there to our audience is the first person who can name, and come on in on your Facebook or however you get to us, who can name that record.
Look at you.
Yeah, we might be able to set them up with a Sunday Spin t-shirt or something.
Damn, I like the way you think, man. This guy's going straight to I love it. It's great.
First table.
Awesome. And these guys, like I said, awesome dudes, wonderful musicians, great friends, family for us. And
absolutely.
Just welcome back, Scott and Tobias. Yeah, how are you guys doing today?
Great, man. It's great to be back. Great to be getting some fall weather here, and it's Rocktober, right? Here we are.
Rocktober in Nashville. It's great to have you with us this afternoon.
Absolutely.
How are things out there? Musically, they seem to be blowing up.
Things are good. We've been gearing up for a very special sort of release-ish taping of Brian's new batch of tunes. Oh. So we've got our jackets refitted. I had to take mine out a little bit, unfortunately, but we're rehearsed and we're really excited. Brian, tell everybody about what we're doing.
Yeah.
So this room that I'm coming to you from, affectionately known as the Olive, we built in 2019, like right before. End of 2019, right before the poop hit the fan, and we've been kind of squirreling away, getting some audio gremlins taken care of, and it's been a great rehearsal space. But it's high time to exploit both its visual. I don't want to give you like a whole tour because the filming will take care of that. But yeah, we've got a really talented local filmmaker lined up to come out. What is it? Thursday the 19th of this month, Rocktober.
Wow. Yes.
So we're gonna get it all lit up properly and have a few camera operators and just do a really. I almost think of it as like a proof of concept. Gonna probably be sort of dry, just a live session, but who knows? We might get goofy, but it's a great space, and we finally are getting the sound dialed in. I don't know if you can see my fancy in-ears. We got fitted for some in-ears.
Ooh, nice.
Which is exciting. It's
Funky.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been postponed a little bit. We were supposed to do it in the spring, closer to the release of the latest Bloke record that came out in spring. But yeah, it's gonna be some of those new tunes. It's gonna be some tunes that we haven't even recorded yet, and a couple of old favorites. So yeah, we're totally stoked to put this together and have a world premiere. Somewhere in a theater near you, coming soon.
Yeah, and the one of the things that's really fun about it is, do you remember all the rehearsals you do where you didn't record them and there's no record of like, wow, we crushed that take and I wish we had, and then there's like, okay, let's voice memo and then you have this really bad voice memo recording of your rehearsal or whatever. And then still, it's like you can't do anything with it. And it doesn't sound that great, but it's a good reference piece. But what we're doing now is we're going like, full studio mode where it's every rehearsal you're recording. And we'll get to the Stones, Vinny, but before we do, but it's so fun to be able to like, okay, press record when we're done, press stop, go back in. And then you have these multi-tracks of what you just messed around with. And, these you may go off on a tangent and play like a Joy Division tune. And like, you didn't see that coming, but you have a record of it, not really Joy Division. For us, it'd be like Eagles, No,
it wouldn't be Eagles.
So we're having a lot of fun with that. Just that process of everything is more of like a studio environment, which is a big challenge. But
well, I love what you said, Scott, especially about the being able to record your practices, your rehearsals, whatever, to have those creative germs, those strokes of lightning that come out of the sky, the classic moments that don't get lost. Every now and again, someone will ask me for advice, about being in a band. And the one thing I always say is record every practice. You can always erase it, but you never know what's going to be out there and you don't want to lose it. So, yeah, great response, Scott.
And do you reckon that that's what the Stones did for 60 years? And then they came up with this track the other day that sounds like it's off Sticky Fingers.
Yeah. And it's been really, I've loved everything I've heard thus far, and it is very exciting. It's been a long time, but in answer to your question, I think Keith Richards recorded the opening riff to Satisfaction on a tape recorder. Mm-hmm. And that's 55 going on 60 years. So yeah, I'd have to say it's definitely a yes. And I think it would be that way for most bands. Glenn, what do you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I concur. Yeah. I'm curious about the lineup for Bloke now for this performance. Because I know you guys, you got your wrecking crew, so to speak, an arsenal of folks that you work with on various projects and bands and things. So will you guys break that down for me or us?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a reshuffling of kind of a super group project that we put together in the 2010s or something. The Upper Middle was that band, and there are rumors of a reunion and a new record, all over the webs. But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's kind of that main crew, kind of swapping instruments here and there.
Yeah.
Brother there is putting in a real shift on. Is your bass here? Oh man. Yeah, I got to get up and get the bass because you guys are going to be stoked. I better just do that now. But
Scotty's a mean bass player. I know it.
No, not really. But,
come on, Scotty.
But
wow.
There.
You see it?
Woo! Oh, look at that.
Beauty.
Hold on. Yeah, Bill Wyman called,
Oh man,
stopped by.
awesome.
So that's like a tribute to Fez, right? That's what he played in Outrage.
Yeah, that. Yep, it was a
And
box.
I don't. You may not remember. I hope you don't remember, but maybe you do. I had the same. My guitar was the 6-string version of that.
Yes.
Cheap Italian-made Vox, little hollow body, and Fez was in Sweden, Stockholm, and he took a picture of one in a guitar shop, and he's like, "Scott, I found your guitar."
No way.
and I was like, "Oh man, yeah, I wanted that back." You know, so when I found this, it was like, yeah, this is getting my guitar back, but instead of a guitar I don't necessarily need, it's a bass that I do need. So super stoked with it, and it's sounding pretty good.
Yeah, it's real slinky, man. It's so playable and lightweight, of course. And so yeah, Scott's kind of going back and forth between his 40-pound SG battle axe and the Vox, and it's like, they sound different. Obviously, they feel a lot different. But yeah, Scott singing, playing bass. Cardinal Woolsey playing some killer lead guitar.
Nice.
Vocals.
Yeah.
Shaderade on drums.
Awesome. Awesome.
Neighbor up the street, and a couple special guests from other projects helping out.
Exciting. That's really cool. And you said this month you're recording it on the 19th?
Yeah, we finally nailed down a date. And as far as release, that's a little up in the air. I'd love to do an actual premiere, find a spot here in town to do a proper viewing. There's a couple theater spots that would be really epic to kind of premiere it in. But who knows? I mean, maybe come out and do it in a few key locations, rather than just hey, here's the YouTube link. We'll see.
Yeah, outside in the lawn at the Bernardo Winery, something age appropriate.
Love it. That's great. Right, very fitting. I was just back in that area last month during summer, so it was always kind of a nostalgic time to be in Poway and all that. And I was in RB, went by the old fake lake and all that, so it's kind of hung out with my man Vinny G. Tried to go see Nicky's band, but no, I don't think. Were you playing, Nick?
I played, but
He's always playing.
It was too late, you old man.
I know. It's true. Well, and if you know me,
Not old
I don't
man.
go to shows in generally anyways. I went to a show the other night, but that was.
Yeah, we're really, Greta, we're both pretty lousy about that, aren't we?
Well, I don't have
it's so
Logue
hard,
and Upper Middle and Ickben and people like that in town to go
really.
see. And Wabash Cannons and all these other cool bands that I want to come here and play here in my town. I got venues. We got a cool venue in What's Left Records now. We're killing it over there. There was just a show there last night. Yep. And then across the street, we got the Black Sheep and Vultures. So
there you go. So you've got to get Tobias and Scott out there.
I know. I've been waiting. Scotty, your daughter's out, right? At Boulder, right?
Yeah. And I'll be out there in 2 weeks visiting.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Got to meet up. I was out there this summer, just helping her move in, and caught Beck in Phoenix at Red Rocks.
Oh wow.
Really fun.
Very cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Have you all ever put out something like totally live, like either just as a memento, or like a more produced, like, yeah, we had a live set and we mixed it really well and released it that way?
Just on the label?
Yeah, or in any form.
Not too much, really. Yeah, should be. I mean, we had a couple things. Colin, our buddy Colin, from Glass Parade and Menagerie, he did like a produced thing during COVID that was like a 45-minute but it was like specifically it wasn't like a live show that he caught. It was, specifically to do that production. But no, nothing like that. That'd be amazing to even do something like that.
We just hired a professional videographer to come to one of the day show things that we did, and he mixed everything and released it, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I love that aspect of things aren't rehearsed, and you get that real feel for what the music's really like, not on a record, how everything's mixed and mastered to the ear of the person doing it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think the part that I am most excited about is having the sound so dialed in that we don't really feel like a ton of undue pressure in terms of like just the nuts and bolts execution of it. Like if the sound's really good and you make it more about the live feeling as opposed to, oh, I could have done that part better, then I think the live essence of it can really come through, warts and all. So I'm really excited for it to be just, vibey and sonically cool. And, however the, the live show is played that night is kind of how it comes across.
Exactly. It's a time marker in a way too, where you were at.
Yeah.
With whatever project you're doing. It's very cool. I highly recommend it.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I think the next step for Olive should be the Sphere. Recreate the Las Vegas Sphere so we can change the environment we're in, sort of on the fly. You guys see the U2? It's pretty crazy, man.
I just saw that today. I hadn't heard anything about it, and I stumbled across that about an hour ago. That's
crazy.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Imagine if, seriously though, imagine if you go into your space and the sound's already dialed in. All right, let's hit the record button, and then you can change the environment you're in. Like you can choose a setting. You guys want to do Pompeii again? Yeah, let's do that. It's always fun. But that's sort of like, that's here, you need, it's technology and probably, all the LED stuff, but it's kind of fun to think about, like fantasy rock and roll, like let's play San Siro tonight.
Yeah, the Mulligans live from Fred Sanford's front yard, right? Put the board in the background, and the hubcaps hanging on the walls. Yeah,
that's
great.
Drive your car up on the lawn and play your guitar.
Exactly. Brian, I am really enjoying the new Bloke too that came out last spring. It's really awesome.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about this one?
Yes, sir. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's
dig it.
Yeah, I'm getting some local radio spins.
Fabulous.
Shout out to the wonderful Ann McHugh and DJ Michael Rourke at WXNA, a phenomenal radio station that I'm always tuned into in the car. But it's
great.
Really, obviously there's a lot of just a sea of stuff coming out in Nashville, and some of it's good.
That's encouraging. Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm kind of curious because I have some time that I put in Nashville, but it's been about 5 years. What's been the biggest change in the last 5 years, would you say, to the live scene out there in Tennessee?
Yeah, well, a lot of the locally owned and operated venues have been pressured out, lose their lease. And so there's been a lot of that. A lot of private equity money taking over properties, and we're going to keep it there. And, that never worked out. And so there have been a lot of changes in that regard. Live Nation owns a lot. And I mean, they operate, book or own a lot of venues. And so, that sort of one stop, we've got the small club, the medium club, the bigger club, all the way up to the Enorma Dome. And, that can affect sort of, finding a place to play, and what other, the politics of like who's getting these opening slots and all that stuff. It's a young person's game, I think. I don't know. Brian probably has another perspective. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame to see some of the great little, dives close down with all the money that's flooding in from the coasts. There's definitely, I think, maybe more, and not just in any genre, country or whatever, but there's definitely more of like it's not necessarily even Nash Vegas. It's like LA. Like there's definitely like a lot more like kind of an LA gloss. Scott and I went to a venue a couple weeks ago to check it out, and it was a really cool kind of homey mom and pop venue, and it's been bought up by some folks from LA, and I think they've made no bones about what they want it to be, because it's like down to like the bar staff. They're all like straight out of Central Casting, like Hollywood, Hollywood Boulevard, like, Botox and everything. But
yeah, they said that, we're not doing a dive bar. We're doing like, there's Yves Saint Laurent wallpaper here. There's, this is Melrose Avenue. Like we're going all in on like West LA sort of.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But like doing it as like, no, we are like, we're going to have fun with it. And we're going to have a really intentional, social media feed. And that's what we're doing here. And I mean, I think Brian, you sort of agree that being in there and like, wow, yeah, this is kind of cool. It's the band was rehearsed and dressed and, like it was a Bowie show, you know what I mean? In very rock.
Yeah. High production value, good sound, the vibe, depending on, where you're at, is either kind of refreshing or like yucky, so it's just down to taste. But yeah, I mean, there's still some good little dives that are really fun to play and go hear a kind of an unknown or an old favorite local, who's kind of just still doing their thing. Need to get back out more though. Like you were saying, Vinny and Glenn, like it's easy to get kind of jaded and stay in and be like, nah, you really have to fight that.
Yeah.
That sort of posture, I guess, if you want to be surprised, because it's easy to get complacent and just assume everything sucks except for what you're doing.
Well, and truly, Brian, that's the beauty of San Diego right now is, and I'm sure Nikki would back me up on this. In fact, she'd be an authority on it. Shows that are being played in our town, Nikki, average age of the audience, it's not far off, is it?
No, it's interesting because it depends on what circles you're running in.
Sure.
But as far as the punk thing goes, it's pretty much, we call it elder core
Yeah.
or geriatric punk. And it's people probably, I'd say, mid 40s up. We're gonna have Cliff Cunningham on the show in a couple of months, and he's an old punk guy from San Diego. I think this year he turned 65.
That's awesome.
But he goes to shows with me every weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got no excuse, Glenn.
No, I know. No, I don't make excuses though.
All right.
I don't. I'm
Neither
just
one of you.
flat out. I don't. I'm lazy, and I'm trying though. Like I'm working a lot more shows because we have shows now.
That's great.
So
You'll get addicted. You'll want to go out every weekend like me.
yeah, no, it's cool. Like I saw Queens of the Stone Age on Friday, so that was like the first bigger show I'd seen in probably about a year. So that was fun. They're awesome. I love them. I've seen them before. But yeah, no, like local shows, I just need to go to more local stuff and support.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends do play a lot of shows. I just never go.
Support those young bands. And then Scott and Tobias. So in Nashville, in San Diego, we have something else happening. We're starting to do a lot of daytime stuff. Do you guys have that out there? I know San Diego, we have the weather and a lot of this is outdoors. But do you guys have that? Like we have breweries here, you know, it's real popular, the breweries in San Diego. So I do a whole series of shows called Punk and Brews. But is there anybody doing anything like that out there?
Yeah, there's the park down the street this weekend had a touch of brews, Grateful Dead, 2-day family friendly, dog friendly, bunch of vendors, and those are great. And those this weekend there was music in the park at Musicians Corner, which is a free series. Awesome.
Nice.
You guys would recognize some of the acts, and some of them are like super hyper local, up and coming. But that was happening, and then Grimy at the basement. Mike Grimes is kind of the mayor of the independent music community. Great guy, great musician. He runs a Get Happier Fridays outdoor series for free. So
Cool.
This time of year, for sure, like everybody leans into that, but we have so much weather, that it's really hard to predict, thunderstorms and then it's too hot in the middle of summer, and then the winter gets a little bit. It's a short winter, but Vinny, you remember that.
Oh yeah. It would rain every day, and then the asphalt would be steaming, and you'd be walking through a jacuzzi most of the afternoon in Nashville. You're right about the winters, short but spunky in a lot of cases. Yeah, I gotta say, as much as I miss the city, I don't miss the weather.
Yeah, it's
how could I, right? Yeah,
it's tough. This time of year, it's great, but it's a yeah. But Nikki, that sounds really cool what you're doing, and that you have a niche within that, that sounds like kind of the genre, and probably some familiar faces from the good old days playing some of those too, huh?
You'd love that. Actually, so this guy was talking about Cliff. He's from a band called Social Spit, and they were a big band here in San Diego in the 80s, in the early 80s. Lots of those guys, and they're still around, they're still playing, and it's really fun. It's making a real community. And those day shows, what's great about those guys, if you ever see them or you can help to get those going, is it starts to bring out younger people to some of these genres where the kids really aren't following. Oddly enough, punk is really not popular at all amongst kids, which I was shocked. I when I started playing a couple of years ago with these guys I'm with, I thought, it'll be a lot of kids and I'll be the really old lady, playing for these kids. It's really not the case. Kids, they're not into it.
Wow.
And they don't even want to be called. They don't even want to be classified as punk rock at all. I don't know. I know you guys have a different genre, but anyway, it's just an interesting side fact.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's good insight, Nikki. Thank you for that.
I love seeing updates on the Loons from Chris and the other guitar player who I follow. Has a great guitar feed and surfs, and he looks like a cool guy. But I want to see that band. And I remember Mike Stacks from, playing with the the Town Criers and the who was with Ray Band playing Hearts, and yeah.
Yeah, he was in that band.
So I want to see that band at some point. They look so much
Yeah,
fun.
Chris is killing it, man. I saw he's got another band he's with, and more of a kind of indie rock punk thing. I caught them at the Casbah when I was down there. They're really good. Chris is awesome. He's just such a good guitar player and just a great team player. He's just always on board for great, whatever that people need. That's Chris. That's our man,
Yeah.
Marsteller. We got just a wonderful community, you guys included, just of everybody. I was thinking about the first compilation that Anonymous Collective put out, and it's you guys are on that. You know what I mean? It's you guys collabed with us on 1966, and it's cool. All this stuff.
That's a passion.
You guys, I busted out Ocean Wayfarer too recently. Still sounds phenomenal. I love that record. That's so good. Did you guys have fun making that? I don't know if I may have asked you that before, but
we were
hours gig, so
we were recording in the namesake studio, so it was it wasn't lost on us what an honor and what an opportunity it was to just be in there, in that cathedral space. Whether it was Studio B, we did some of it in A in the cathedral too. So it almost felt like high pressure, but at the same time believed in the material, and with that space and that equipment at your disposal, it seems like it'd almost be hard to make a shitty record there,
It still stands up, guys. Great job. All the Ickben stuff. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. Sorry to the FCC for my language.
Oh no, we love to swear on. Especially now we up the ante too with Nikki on the show. We got Punk Rock going, right, Nick?
Punka.
Sorry.
She's the least profane of us all.
Let it rip.
No, I don't know. That's not what I've been told.
No comments, guys. So we'll just let the cat out of the bag. Does anyone have any comments or any reflections? Could be non-musical.
Oh my God, I need to put on my glasses for this. Hold on.
But isn't this a brilliant album cover?
Is that Don Drysdale?
What does it say?
Denny McLean.
Oh, Menny McLean.
Denny McLean.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's playing today's hits, which you guys are gonna laugh.
What were today's hits?
Oh my gosh. Okay, ready? Don't Give Up. Never heard of it. Lonely Is the Name. For Me. The Look of Love. Probably know that's a back rap.
The Look of Love. ABC.
Different Look of Love,
okay.
But yeah.
Dirty Dirty Man. But dude.
Dirty Dirty Man?
Unrecognizable version. So
bust
great.
that stuff out. Let's hear it.
And then Extra Innings and Side 1. It's loungy, jazzy, weird. He's super high in the mix. And he's not, that good. Come on.
He's the most important.
I'm a keyboard snob.
Super high in what way, Greno?
Uncomfortably. So when I can't hear the drums, that's too high.
I think the art director was super high.
Right. So that's our man Denny. So any reflections? Funny. What didn't he win the Cy Young in
1968? Yeah, that's the year the Tigers won the World Series. And
did he have a perfect game?
No, but you're on the right track. He was the
30 wins.
30 wins, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Anyways,
so good.
Also used to drink. The legend says 40 Diet Cokes a day. A little trivia for you. Yeah.
A little aspartame never hurt anybody.
Ouch.
Except for my dad. Died of Alzheimer's. I'm pretty sure that's what it was from. Awful.
So yeah, no one won the shirt. How weak is that?
Well, so my buddy, and I was going to talk about him. He just texted me a few minutes ago. He's like, I don't know how to log in and make comments, but my great friend from San Diego runs a brewery out there called Harland.
Harland? I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so we were talking a week or two ago, and he was lamenting that they were doing this daytime, I don't know, festival party thing. I think they were coming out with a new beer. Oh, there he texted me. He's listening.
Okay, cool.
But he was lamenting. He's like, man, it's going to be great, but we hired this band to play, and it's like, oh, it's killing me. It's like some stupid reggae, like white boy reggae cover band.
They need to mix it up. Do the reggae. That's great. Do the reggae.
Well, but I don't think it was like good reggae.
Well, but you got to mix them up. So this place that I'm in, La Mesa. I don't know if you guys remember La Mesa in San Diego.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a little town. So we have an industrial park, and they put a beer garden in this industrial park. And what I do is about once every 6 weeks, I'm holding a show there, and mine's exclusively punk. But she does shows other nights too, and she does like cover bands, and they do okay. But the owner loves me because I bring in about 150 to 200 people when we do these punk shows. And I think I was on the track of telling you this, but it brings in kids.
Yeah.
So it's good. So even though it's old folks who mostly go to the Tower Bar and these older, these little tiny venues, when you do these day shows, you get all the younger kids. And for you guys, it's great, especially, then it gives you exposure to these younger kids with your music. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's good effort, man. You're getting some people out.
Yeah, it's going really well.
Super cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'll pass your info along to
Please do,
my buddy.
or tell him if he can post something up in the comments. I'll be happy to talk to their people and see if they want to give it one night. That's what I told Bull. Give it one night, see how it goes. We had 150 people there. He was like, anytime you want to do a show, he made bank that night. So
yeah, because he wants to do something cool. I mean, he comes from like indie rock bands from the 2000s, and
I can get other types of music too. It doesn't have to be punk if the owners are unsure. But it's really fun to do that, and it draws out all ages, so it's really cool.
Nice. Casbah, I heard you mention Casbah. Is that still rocking?
Yeah, it was cool to be back in that room. I was kind of like, man, it's a lot smaller than what I remembered. I probably hadn't been there in, I don't know,
the same way the last
years.
time I went. Gee, that's interesting. That was my first comment too. It seems so much smaller now.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It was dope
It
though.
is
Yeah, it
tiny.
was great. I remember because we used to be down. Remember the Velvet? Does anyone remember the Velvet?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I played there a few times. Not when I lived in San Diego, but when I came back with like Patch or one of the other bands touring, and I always loved that spot. I always thought the Velvet was like so cool.
Was the Velvet? Was that the old Casbah?
Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
First
Yes.
spot. Mhm.
Yeah,
Small area. That was super
absolutely.
vibey.
That was the in between. It was Pink Panther, and then that
right.
spot where the Velvet was, and then now the Casbah on the corner of Laurel and whatever that is, India. I think.
There was a studio. The Blues by Five did our first recording in a studio. I think it was called Sound and Vision at the corner of India and right down there.
I think Sound and Vision is still around.
Is it really?
Yeah, my husband has a recording studio too, but I hear him talking about he's gonna get in touch with Sound and Vision for this. That.
Really? Wow.
So
Cool.
I think they're still around.
Small world, man.
Yeah.
Great
Maybe
networking.
they have the tapes because nobody else has them.
I was going to ask you, Scott. Yeah, like God, I would love to hear that stuff.
Nobody has a copy. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe mine burned in the witch hazel fire or whatever.
Right. That's right. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
My mom lost her house.
House in the trails. Was the whole house? Did you guys lose the whole house? Or
Yeah. I mean,
God,
yeah, she lost the whole house.
that's terrible.
Was it up in Highland Valley? Was that where the house was?
Yeah.
It was in just Montalena. So
Oh,
it kind of came through the trails in Montalena. And,
Montalena. Oh, that was the first fire.
Yeah.
By the fake lake.
07.
07. Okay, that was the second. I think 03 was the first, and then 07 was the second big one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Total goner. Yep.
Well, I wanted to give you guys a chance to do your shout outs and your all that. Nikki, you too. And Nikki, you got to let us know how we can watch your cool podcast that you were just on. We want to let everyone know, subscribe to Technicolor Dreams real quick. So get on over there. Because if you missed today's episode, you can watch it anytime, every day. A bunch of other cool stuff, videos by cool bands like the Upper Middle, Skinny Mulligans, We need a Wabash Cannons video too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you
but
do.
yeah, guys, we want to give you the opportunity to shout out and then a couple closing remarks and stuff like that. So yeah, this has been an awesome show. Really love having you guys on.
Yeah, we'd like to thank our mom in
Yes.
Rancho Bernardo. Hi, Mom.
And Nancy.
Escondido, Rancho Bernardo, right on the cusp.
Lake Hodges, Eminence Farm.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
Hey, I want
Colin.
to give a shout out to the Blues by Five guys. Alistair and Guy are in DC. They're playing a lot of music. And Duncan's up in Vancouver, and he's playing a lot of music. And got to get them on here sometime.
We'd love to. Yeah, I got to get us in touch, man. We keep their agent we keep getting that Damon Mailer response, you know? So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we need to get the real deal. So please hook us up.
Rumor has it Matt Ramos was out visiting them, and they were dusting off a few Punch and Judy songs. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Wow.
Beauty.
Yeah.
I talk to Matt all the time.
That's awesome. Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Yes. God. So I know it's just the group is it's immense. It's it never fails to surprise me or impress me how close knit, and the fact that we're all still doing it. And in my opinion, this is just me, but I particularly think that we're all doing it at an extremely high level. We've learned a lot. We've streamlined what works for us, what doesn't work for us. No one's, bitter or whatever because they wouldn't be doing it anymore. And yeah, it's just a group of people like yourselves that are passionate and work hard. Like we all and you guys know drums are not fun to carry when you're 53 and your 17-year-old daughter's like, I'm not going to your show. I'm not carrying your drums either. So still got to do that myself. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun. We all do it. We all show up.
Hey, Glenn, if you just come over here, the drums are already set up.
Dude,
Check those out.
I'm ready. Oh my God. Yes. That's a killer kid. I like it.
I think we need to take the Mulligans need to take a trip east, my friend. Soon.
Similar setup to what I got.
I don't know if you like an early '60s Gretsch. That might not work for you, but
no, absolutely. No, it'd be awesome.
They're not mine. They're
I actually have a Gretsch kit too. A buddy of mine, Mob Individual, gifted it to me when he moved back to Boston. So I got one of those little kits now. 18-inch bass drum too. Nice little compact kit. You can nice beater. But yeah, guys, shout outs. Enough of me. Sorry.
The beauty of these, man, you come out, we rock, and you can crash. Right over here is the little
dude, awesome.
Little crash pad. So one-stop shopping.
So down. Sounds great, huh, Vin?
Yeah, Mulligan's on the road. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
So Glenn, the Night Owl tune that's still in the queue, man.
No, I feel you.
I've been messing around with it, and it's a thing. And I wrote some more lyrics, and I'm gonna cue that up this fall.
That's super exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something with it. So
no, that's amazing. I love the ideas that you had with that. And I want to springboard off that and let Brian know that the wrong chord is back in rotation. Our friend Colin is going to be working. I think he's going to do vocals and keyboard on it. So
dude, that's rad.
Right. It's a cool tune. Like it needs to go. Oh, we got a comment. So maybe someone's finally.
It's me. I'm
no, good, Nick. All right, everyone get that link going.
Yeah, right.
I'm shameless plugging.
Look at that groovy looking group of punk rocking people. Love it. So cool. So awesome. Love it. So
that's awesome, Glenn. Yeah, man, the world needs to hear the wrong chord because
I know. I love that tune, brother.
That's what's missing.
And it may make it to in rotation for season 7 because Backlit Sun was our intro song for a couple seasons, right, Vinny?
That's
So,
absolutely correct.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the royalties for that. We're still waiting for our check, but we might. Yeah, Ron Chord. I was already thinking, I'm like, that would be a killer intro song. So we need a Wabash Cannons. Nikki, you guys need to pen. It can't be, that difficult because you guys write a lot of material. Just need like a 45-second little intro.
I got you.
Sunday Spin.
I got you.
it. And you should sing over it too, like whatever cool stuff. Sunday Spin, whatever you want to do. I'm not trying to be that guy, but man, we love having you on. I want to say one thing too, Scotty, to you. Bread task list again. I think I told you though, last fall, and man, it was at a really kind of challenging time in my life, my friend, and that book was a really good friend to me again. If you haven't read Scotty's book,
Thank you.
It's so good, man. It's are you, and I know this is a whole different episode, and like I'm opening a huge can of worms, but are you writing more?
Yeah, I'm writing. I did a contract book that I just finished.
Okay.
But it's kind of a separate deal, kind of like ghost writing thing. But I'm working on a couple things that tie into Task List as sort of maybe a sequel, maybe not, maybe standalone. So,
what was the name of the book? I'm sorry.
The critically acclaimed.
It's so good. Oh my God, Nikki. It's like, no, I know I don't, because he's my pal, and like you guys all do amazing work, but it's true.
It's called Task List with a Y. So TASKLYST, and it's came out in 2019, and it was marketed as a techno thriller.
Techno thriller. Okay.
No, technology thriller based in San Francisco.
All right.
With a lot of music, a lot of like sort of, I don't know, memoir-ish musical narrative arc that we through it. And man, thank you so much for reading it. I appreciate that and the nice comments.
Yes, I adore it, my brother. I'm just, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Great work. All the stuff you guys do touches just awesome stuff. You guys put so much effort into what you do. Brian, you as well. You guys know I'll Ickben stuff for me forever. Like, please, if you guys ever do cross paths with wanting to do stuff, I want to at least sing back up on something. But no, we're doing the Anonymous Collective compilation, so we would love to, if you guys would pen something for that.
Right on.
For sure.
Yeah, next spring, you got plenty of times. So.
Speaking of Anonymous Collective, Greno, what do we got on the Groove Yard tomorrow, my man?
Groove Yard tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, Double Shot Monday. Yeah. Ooh. Double Shot Monday, Vinny. 6 p.m. Mountain. A lot of double shots. Shout out to our brother, Son of Snake. Just did a cool guitar tech thing. So head on over to YouTube for that with our buddy from Australia. Forget the person's name, but it's like a renowned musician. So Son of Snake. Gosh, yeah, go check out. These guys have a killer Bandcamp that's got all the Ickben. You got Upper Middle, Bloke. It's all there. I think it's All Rights Reserved Records. Is that correct?
Yeah. The website allrightsreserved.com.
Cool. Got that.
Yeah. Got some videos and, bios, interviews, recipes.
Yes.
Gardening tips.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are so good at this.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, clearly the online courses have paid off. Yeah.
Dude, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And then the tango class that I've been taking, and then
it's all paying
Vinny's
off. Yeah.
virtual flamenco guitar with Pedro Gonzalez is just it's the wonders. This show, thank you, Tony Russo. Because he started the whole thing doing podcasts, it's you guys, you got to understand, it's having said that, it's a wonderful thing. And so he got us all going. And then Vinny and I kind of took took the ball and ran, and like then like we get to hang with you guys, people like you guys every week, and like again, it's people like you guys make it easy. These guests are so amazing, and then now we have Nikki with us. We got sugar and spice. Before maybe a little too much sugar. Now we got spice. So like this show is we're unstoppable. But no, thank you, Scott, like for that feedback, and like you guys are always on board with what we do. It means the world to us, especially to have people that have been on the show to support it. Means that we're doing something right, Vin?
Yeah, you are.
Absolutely. And again, thanks so much for the fine work on the album. The album wouldn't have been nearly as memorable for us without you guys on it. And we really look forward to working with you again.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, we got to do a collabs. We're doing a lot of collabs on the label now. So
there was some really great contributions on that. You know, so fun to listen to how it came together and all these different approaches.
Nikki killed it with Son of Snake too, Nikki. Oh my God! If
Thank
you guys
you.
heard that,
Yeah,
I wanted to say that in case Chris sees this podcast. Yeah, how much fun that was. That was awesome.
He's such a great new addition. He's someone that's
amazing.
been in like our circle for a long time, but not really making music till the last year. And dude, you guys, he's done like 3 records in the last like 18 months, 3 full lengths.
Every day he releases something new. It's unbelievable. I've never met anyone who can do that. It's crazy.
He's a one-man Robert Pollard right now. It's just like, you know what I mean? He's got momentum, but not like Danny McClain. But any final thoughts? It's just been a fun show. It's hard to. It's one of those like you're at a party and you're like you kind of like this is gonna be fun, but I'm only gonna stay for this amount of time, half hour. And you're like, man, I'm 51 minutes in. This is too much fun. Like I got my drink of choice. I got my people. You guys just make it too easy. I really appreciate it. And Vinny, been there since the beginning. And like I said, you guys are awesome. So any famous last words?
That's the beauty of it, Glenn. It's not you. It's not me. It's everybody has been a part of it. Yeah. That one big central area that we refer to lovingly as the 6-4 just continues to bloom and add fruit and, you know, the necessity of our life. And I love working with you guys. I can't say anything more than that. And I'll see you next week.
Let's do it again next week. Oh, yeah, real quick. I guess next week is, Dewey Defeats Truman.
Oh, that'll be good.
Indie rock god from California, San Diego, California.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they're cool guys. And Scotty, that's another, legend of the 64. Scott Frazier, we go way back. So another drummer. Him and Joey were like two peas in a pod in the rock and roll world.
64. The stars just keep coming, Greno.
Yeah, so go listen to those Stones bootlegs, gents.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
Appreciate it. Be good. Be kind.
Nice to meet you guys.
You guys are the best.
Yeah, the Wabash Cannons.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. And Brian Scott, good luck on the 19th. We'll be looking forward to checking out the results from Bloke.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys. Be good. Be kind. Check out the Groove Yard tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Love you guys.